love bourbon, you love balls. Now put your balls where your bourbon is. Whiskey with Friends presents Bourbon and Balls with your hosts, Vinny, Colby, Anthony, and Aaron.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Bourbon and Balls, episode 9. We are just starting the first official week of the preseason. Super exciting. Hall of Fame game was last week. Terrible.
Yeah. It's about the
Chase Claypool had a good game, and that's about the only note. Today should be fun. So we've got a bunch of news from over the last week. We'll go through that stuff. Aaron has our shot of the week, and then we're going to run it back with one of our trivia games. Aaron said he put a fun twist on it today.
A bit of fun twist on it.
So we'll see.
We'll get into that after news.
Let's see if
he's
you
so
can dethrone
excited.
me. I'm not worried about Anthony.
I don't even know about. He's so excited about this game.
I know it's going to get
nothing to do with. Trivia.
No, it's going to get dark.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's going to be like Jim McMahon.
Yeah.
ate at this particular restaurant, December 3rd, 1995.
I will say there is no. I don't think there's really any of our
trivia.
teams. There's none of our. Yeah, none
if
of
it's
our
statistics, then the Bears won't be on it anymore.
Hey-o!
Which is why I didn't go statistics.
Ooh.
All right. Why don't we start with our bourbon then there, fella?
This week, Anthony found this at Total Wine. It is called the Burning Chair Bourbon Whiskey by Savage & Cook Distillery. Aged 4 years, and then they finish it in a port or Cabernet wine barrel. So it's a 21% rye, so it's a high rye, but I'm hoping I'm thinking the Cabernet finish.
I was trying to be a little more classy. I saw the wine.
And it's a glass cork.
I don't think anyone's thought, hey, Anthony's a classy guy.
It's a big step up.
I don't think anyone's ever said that.
Yeah.
Big step up from the twist off.
The screw
The
cap Jim
fireball,
Beam
the
that I
plastic
brought last
bottles.
I mean, I like Fireball, so I mean that's a nice plastic bottle, little screw top.
It's awful, is what it is.
All righty. Let's
All right, so this is a North California bourbon.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know.
I
don't know if we've had many California bourbons.
Yeah,
before.
and according to the distiller's website, Dave is quite the character. He sounds like he owns this whole town.
Oh, Dave!
Everything is from Dave. Dave's water, Dave's wine barrels, Dave's everything.
So he has a monopoly on the town he lives in.
I wonder if it tastes like Dave.
To you, Dave.
Cheers, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Oh, it's pretty good.
That's good. Yeah, you don't say that.
You do get the pepper from the rye, but
No, it's toned down.
Yeah.
It's
mellowed.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a little bit more rye intense Angel's Envy. Nice and sweet. A little
You're
bit of
nice
rye.
and sweet.
Thank you.
You're great with rye as well.
Now you're just lying. Guy's an
Nice
asshole.
marble rye.
I am known as an asshole from time to time.
I've been an asshole a time or two in my life.
No, I'm good with that.
Yeah, it's good. Good find. I like that. It's delicious.
I like the bottle. That's why I picked it.
Yeah, no, bottle.
I was all about that
Hey,
bottle of
Antonio,
Whatever.
thanks for the chat.
I don't know
When I
How you
saw
doing,
it,
bud?
it reminded me of like rum because rum comes.
You know what
in
it reminds me
bottles
of? You ever see that 99 Crimes wine?
Yeah, I have one of those.
That's what it looks like,
Yeah,
right?
it
like the
does.
picture and everything.
I just want to put my phone over it and see if there's a cool story.
See if it moves. Yeah.
Could be.
Is there a cool story?
Whoa. Hey.
All right. It's time for boozy news.
Oh, it's boozy.
Yeah. It's all about we need like a sweet like intro. All right, so got a bunch of stuff. We're gonna combine the injuries and stuff. We're not gonna spend 45 minutes talking through.
We'll have to roll through quick.
We'll start with Deshaun Watson though. So Deshaun Watson, he is with the team, obviously pending everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
He showed up to practice, but then as soon as everybody put the pads on, he has not practiced.
He's like, "Where's my helmet?"
Yeah. And so yesterday he suited up for the first time, but he did not travel, or he's not traveling to the preseason game. So where are we at? What do you think, Anthony? What do you think?
I mean, I personally think they don't want him to get hurt because, I mean, they're not taking calls, but
You really have been studying.
Someone's going to. They're not taking calls from.
No, I know, but just what an elite! Like they don't want him to get hurt. That was.
I know. I mean, that's why I said it.
Dude, this is what
Someone check to see if he's got a fever. This isn't him.
This is what the people tune in for.
I mean,
And he's saying it with chutzpah. He believes what he's saying right
I don't
now.
want people to know that you guys
No,
are
here
pieces
it
of shit.
It's all about it's all about conviction.
slow clap for Anthony.
I haven't told anybody you guys are pieces of shit, but you're telling it yourself on this show right now. But
We already talked about that.
someone's going to offer a king's ransom for this guy, and if he gets hurt,
Before or after, let's just do this. Before or after the litigation is over.
I mean,
You want me to come back to you?
no, I think
You need to explain what litigation means to him.
I think it could happen.
You got him
It
stumped.
could happen before, and then in the trade clause, say if something happens with it, then reverts back.
Well, you can't revert back, but yeah.
Like, it's gonna
the
be-
picks
it'll
roll
be a-
back
yeah,
like crazy
yeah,
or something.
yeah.
It'll be a what the hell was the Carson Wentz that my friend?
Yes,
I completely
yes.
blanked what
No,
the
I got
trade
you.
thing is.
Conditional is the
Yeah,
word.
that's what. Yeah,
I got you.
That's it.
I got you, girl.
But I think you have to trade him before this is all because there's no end in sight on this whole thing that I've seen.
I don't think he gets traded before. I think I'm
Because
amazed
If
that
the
he's.
Texans are
Yeah.
smart, they'll wheel and deal before.
I'm amazed that he's not on the commissioner's exempt list already, and I think he will land on there. I don't think he'll play for anyone this year. I think he'll take his suspension. I think he'll get an extra 4 games next year or something like that on top of missing this whole year.
Yeah.
And then I think he'll get traded in the offseason. That's my guess. But
I mean, I think you guys have been pretty transparent about what he said happened,
Yeah.
and so I think it being like that, Goodell's like, you know what, this guy's probably telling the truth. I'm not going to punish him for stuff he probably, I mean, they got it wasn't like, he didn't come out and they say he didn't rape anybody. He got some hand jobs,
well, you don't know that.
But that's what they're saying. And
Haven't we all?
I mean, he's saying like I'm telling, like, put their names out there. I'll tell you what happened, and they won't do it. So I think Goodell truly believes him, and that's why he's not going to punish him for something.
I think even if he towed the line and did nothing technically wrong, he will get suspended because it's all about protecting the badge.
And it's NFL PR.
Yeah.
Like, this is a player for the NFL who's doing
Like, why
things
stop
he
at a
shouldn't-
hand
yeah.
job? Exactly.
There's
Like,
there's 100 people that
when
were
you're that
innocent.
rich, and you don't stop at a hand job.
Yeah, you just.
But
get
even if
pulled.
I mean,
First of all, it wasn't a hand job. He got his inner butt massaged.
that's because he wants to be a dolphin.
Oh,
I mean, why doesn't he just sign up for like a colonoscopy and call it a day?
Yeah.
You get. I mean, you've been. Hey, Deshaun, you've been in here 15 times.
You've
this
never
month.
had a colonoscopy if you think that's a
No,
delightful experience.
I mean, would this be a big deal if it was?
So you've had a butt massage then?
No problem.
An inside the anus butt massage?
Would this be going on if it was a third string offensive lineman?
no, they would have cut him.
I'm just saying, but the story wouldn't even come out.
Of course it would.
Oh, come on.
It-
You know, these players.
what about the dude who strangled his wife? He was like
Look how much. That's so different than getting a freaking hand job when you're getting
not
a massage.
27.
Whatever.
27
Anyway.
hand jobs. You can only double the butt jobs.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's move
Let's
on.
talk about something a little more positive. Let's talk about
Josh Allen's bank account.
yeah. Let's hit some
I
big
could see
news
how
here.
I could see.
My boy got paid.
I saw the bulge in Anthony's pants. And
Yeah.
I knew what we were rolling.
Yeah, he
into
started
next.
wiping his
Yeah.
mouth. $258 million over 6 years. Can I break that down for you for a second?
Break it down.
Okay,
Do it.
that's $43 million a year. This is base. The max potential of it is 288,
Okay.
but the
Yeah.
base is
Just the base.
$43 million a year, which is the I believe the third highest average. Is it second?
It's second behind.
behind Mahomes.
You sure Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
didn't just get 45 or something
Nope.
in his new
They just
structure?
was-
Second behind
Years.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's got the most guaranteed money of any quarterback.
Yeah, that I saw the highest guarantee.
Mahomes is a team player, though. He doesn't want to.
Highest guarantee at signing, 100
He doesn't
as
want
opposed to
to
the
strangle his
95.
team, you
some
know.
of that.
150. Mahomes took 141.
So he says.
So I just want to
It's
put that
not
in
a position.
perspective. $43 million a year. You break it all the way down, it's like it's like $82 a minute or something like that.
So on average, if the average human takes a 10-minute shit, it's like $800.
Yeah,
Shit.
he's making $820 every
Every time
time
he
he
moves.
farts. He makes a couple bucks.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's ridiculous.
Every time I fart, I just get disgusted looks from my wife.
Every time I fart, I have to change my underwear.
Yeah, so it costs you $5.
It costs me some money.
The thing is, Anthony don't wear underwear. It's only he's only
Jeans.
destroying
It's
pants.
Those free
That
people
is
jeans.
true.
So we're going to have varying opinions here, so we're all just going to make one comment on it.
All right.
Did he deserve it? Aaron, let's start with you.
No.
That's it?
He said.
I mean, you said very cut and dry.
Not one word, one statement.
Okay.
Statement.
You pay someone
Sure.
like that
Full
that
sentence,
can lead
technically.
you multiple years in the playoff, that can win
If
playoff
some-
games. Consistency. It's not your turn, sir. Patience
button?
is a virtue. You wait your turn. He hasn't won a Super Bowl, hasn't gone to the Super Bowl, and hasn't beaten a Super Bowl winning team.
Ooh, he hasn't beaten his daddy yet either, Patrick Mahomes.
So
Ooh, boy.
that's my case.
I think it was inevitable. I think it's crazy, but it was inevitable. He had a great year, obviously. Like, you don't want it hanging over his head. You don't want to risk him like being a restricted free agent next year. So you had to sign him. That's what the contracts are going for.
No.
Mahomes is obviously in a different like echelon of having
Bills
proven
fan. I like
himself,
that.
having
I like
proven
that.
himself
Yeah.
at his age.
Mhm,
But at the same time, he didn't screw his team over, right? Like if Mahomes milked the Chiefs for what he was worth, he'd be making $55 million. So he did the right thing. He took a team-friendly deal, and that became the base for everybody else. So I actually think it was on par. The 6 years to me is like the craziest thing. And it's risk for both sides because in 5 years, that's probably going to be middle of the line. Like, look at Aaron Rodgers crying like a bitch, even though he was the highest paid quarterback in history when he signed his deal. Like, that's what happens.
You don't have to
years
say
later.
like.
Cry as a bitch.
Yeah. You don't need to say like.
I mean, most teams
Just gonna
would
skip over
take
me like I mean
Josh
shit.
No,
Allen.
we're going clockwise. You got it. You're
would,
coming next.
as a Bears fan, you wouldn't take Josh Allen with that contract.
Okay, that's a different question.
No,
From
no,
does
no.
he earn?
No, that's
That's-
a great question.
at that.
Does he? Okay, but you asked. Do you think that's
If you
deserved?
said this is the contract that you're getting with
But if
Josh
you want
Allen
him on the Bears
right now,
at that
would-
contract, then
you
he
wouldn't
deserves
take
it.
Would you take him right now, Josh Allen, with that contract on the Bears?
I would.
If Fields wasn't in the picture, yes.
That's,
He would
But
take
right now
Ryan
you wouldn't?
Fitzpatrick at that contract just to have a quarterback on his team.
I mean,
100%.
100%. If someone said Josh Allen's going to be on the Bears right now for that contract, you would say no. If you say that, you're a liar.
I didn't say that. I said if Fields isn't on the team, if we didn't draft Fields and someone's like Josh Allen,
Even with Fields, if they made a trade,
I don't know. I
and
like
they
the
paid
kid. I
him
like
$43 million
Fields. I like
a
the
year.
way he's looking. But all right,
I
fine.
like him too.
Say
Tua's-
we didn't draft Fields. Say we just have someone else. Say it's still Trubisky. Yeah, you absolutely take Josh Allen.
For $43 million a year.
You would do with the Dolphins.
No, I would.
Yeah.
The only team that
That's
wouldn't
me.
is
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna.
but that's what I'm saying.
What's
The
the
Chiefs,
point?
Bucks, Packers are the three teams that win.
Even
95%.
even Bucks and
Packers, man.
Packer, even
Nine-
Bucks,
I think Tom Brady's is
Well,
the Bucks right
he's
now.
got a year or two left.
100%. But
Then
then
you're
what?
still taking. Then you have nothing.
I don't
Maybe
think
you
the Bears
can't. Maybe you physically cannot.
95% of the teams in the NFL would take him right now.
Is that an actual number or is that
You're
your
right.
number?
But not because he's guaranteed. It's because it's so rare to find an elite quarterback that it's worth any
That's my
price.
point.
You're
Like,
willing to
look.
sell out to do it. So he has
Same
not
what you saw
earned it.
last year.
Does he
No, no.
deserve it and has he
But-
earned it are two different things.
Exactly.
He has
That's
not
all I
earned
was
it.
saying. Yes, he
the
has not.
progression
think he
he's
deserves it.
shown, he can only. I mean, yeah, he can take a step backwards, but you're still getting an elite quarterback at a
I
deal
mean,
that in 3 years is going to be.
I think
probably
elite. I think a talented quarterback. Yeah, I think elite is bold.
Listen,
We elite.
If he
In my
made
mind-
last year, he had an elite season.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
as an elite quarterback, take a look at the elite quarterbacks in the legue. It's consistency.
Yeah,
but
show
you have
it
to
to us
understand
again.
they got him.
Exactly.
They got him for
So
6
he's
years.
got one. He's got one elite year, and I'm not taking anything away from him on that.
You kind of are.
But it's just one. It's just one. What if he reverts back to 2 years ago? That what if that happens?
I'm almost. We have a
Then
bet.
you're
I believe in
overpaying.
episode 2.
Yeah, we do have a bet.
That I almost guarantee he's going to take a step back in every statistical category that you could basically measure. I still think he's going to be a great quarterback.
need-
Even if he steps a little bit back, he's still a great quarterback.
I agree.
And that's my point. Is
And I would pay him that. I don't think they're
It's
crazy
just-
for
the
paying.
contract, that contract in 3 years is probably going to be middle of the road to a little bit.
If he
I-
performs up to his like what they're
You're
expecting
right.
of him.
After
You're right.
Justin Field goes out and lights it up this year, yeah, dude, that's gonna be a solid contract for 3 years
You
from
said
now.
the same thing.
It's one of two scenarios, right? It was a team-friendly deal. They do great. He competes with Mahomes, and they become the Brady and Manning.
That cap hit that he's got for the first few years of this contract after next year.
It's
like $50 million cap hits.
Well, that's so they could afford him now because the cap's all screwed up now.
Yeah.
Either way, he's right. Every new quarterback that signs a deal between now and the next 3 years is going to make more than him. Every good quarterback. So it's either, it becomes the Manning Brady of whatever, and they deserve all that money and blah, blah, blah. Or he turns into fucking
Trubisky.
No, what's his name from the Vikings? Who got Kirk Cousins, who got paid $10 billion to be mediocre across three teams.
His contract now looks like nothing. $20 million a year.
You're right. At the time,
he's making half of what Josh Allen just signed for.
And I still don't know.
That was 3-4 years ago.
All right, Josh Allen made a shitload of money. We'll see if it plays out.
Year too early. I didn't get it done, but we'll move on.
Yeah, it was a year. I agree.
Year too early. You got a 5th-year option. You should have made him play another year.
Yeah,
that's my.
I'm with Colby.
I'm not going to say he's not going to live up to it. I'm just saying
he's not.
They had the flexibility to wait one more season because he was going to make $43 million whether they sign it this year or next year.
I think your opinion is a little different because you have the quarterback. You have the best quarterback in the NFL. Aaron has Mitch Trubisky. Well, no, he doesn't. He's on our team now.
You have Mitch Trubisky. Get your facts.
He's happy that Bills fans want him.
That's what I'm just saying.
I read that today.
When you
did he really say that?
He said, "I'm just happy to be somewhere where I'm appreciated and can develop as a player, pretty much on and off the field."
That's great.
And we're just glad you're out of.
When you don't have that, when you don't have that elite quarterback,
when you
your opinion is a little different than what you do, So, all right, let's go. Next.
We spent a lot of time on
that. Way too much time.
Way too much time, Anthony.
The last thing I'll say about your comment is just that, the problem is, yes, one more year would have been the proper time to do it. Maybe he would have been more expensive. Maybe he would have shown himself. But the problem is then you risk him being distracted. And he's already proven he's a mental midget. He's not going to – he can't handle adversity. So you don't want to throw that contractual adversity at him because then he's going to start missing his throws by 15 yards.
Your backup quarterback's doing that too. So
all right.
This must be some strong bourbon. You are drunk already.
Michael Thomas, a lot of tension between him and the Saints. It came out over the last couple weeks that so he ended the season with an ankle injury. They said, do your whatever for a couple weeks and then we're going to decide if you need surgery. He ghosted the whole team for 3 months. Trainers, coaches, teammates, everybody. Ghosted the entire team. He goes for 3 months. And then it turns out he did need surgery. Now he's not going to show up till probably week 7. So obviously super shitty. There was rumors of him wanting a trade a year and a half ago. And then last year, there was all this weird, he was half injured. There was a couple times where they called him a healthy scratch or a coach's decision. They didn't actually call him.
And they didn't let him play.
Yeah, there was all this, weird stuff. And now this, where are we at, Aaron?
I mean, honestly, you see guys do this. You see guys do this when they're on the decline.
Oh, and he's not on. He's
listen,
5 years in.
How do we know?
Mentally, we don't know where he is, man. Mentally, we don't. He got into a fight with a teammate last year. Again,
mentally, he's on a decline. Statistically, he's on a decline.
And
he also doesn't have Drew Brees.
But mentally, that makes a difference on game day. If you're not, to quote Marshawn Lynch, if your chicken ain't right, man, you got your chicken right.
Skittles,
Yeah, you got to get your chicken right. You got to get it right. If it's not right, it affects your gameplay. This guy wants a trade. It's obviously, again, we're talking about a year and a half ago saying he wanted a trade. I mean, what has he done? He's been hurt. Has he really been hurt? I'm not taking it. The guy's a talented wide receiver, but
these guys play hurt all the time now.
Yeah. But I think we're starting to see patterns here.
No, I agree. He's obviously, but it is genuinely tough to say. Just like it's tough to know if AJ Green is still good. He hasn't been healthy long enough for us to know. Just like it's tough to know if Antonio Brown is still elite. He hasn't been sane enough for us to know. Michael Thomas, it's the two, right? He hasn't been healthy enough. He hasn't been normal enough. We don't know.
But based off those two,
he probably still is elite. But you're right. Based
off those two, we don't know. We don't know.
They're saying Antonio Brown is looking elite. in camp right now.
I think he's always been great. He's just
That guy
mentally
is-
shrewd.
As long as he's not throwing rocks at moving trucks, I think we're
That's
okay,
his problem.
man.
Most-
I really think we're all
Most
right.
teams still today would take that guy on your. I mean,
100%. He's just
Listen,
you just
I'm not saying
put him in a padded room, Monday through Saturday, and you pull him out.
pull him out,
Sunday,
keep
and
pull him out
him
game
away
day.
from-
We're golden. You put him back in after the game's over.
Yeah.
keep him away from all his ex-girlfriends, and you're
Just keep
good
him
with
off
him.
of that in social media.
No,
All
I mean Michael Thomas. I think he's an elite wide receiver. I think he wants out. I think I mean, come on. If he really wanted to play that bad, he would have been going every week to a specialist to get what's going on.
Yeah, if you wanted to play this
week
year.
one, it's a tactic.
It would have-
It's
yeah.
a tactic to get traded.
But
The team obviously the team doesn't like him.
but
The
my whole
team's
thing
pissed
is
off at him.
my whole thing is at this point. Oh, I pulled an Anthony.
My whole thing.
My whole thing.
All right, let me ask you guys one question
I saw some stuff today about this.
about Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Well, there was him posting shit on Instagram about him not outing a team,
I saw
which is a
that.
big development. And then he liked a little, as far as you guys want to think about this, a little tweet on Twitter from somebody that replied to him on there that the Saints probably just wanted you to play through injury because it was Drew Brees last season. So it sounds like there might be – we're not hearing both sides of the story.
Yeah.
Maybe he
Yeah.
wanted surgery during the season.
It
They said
sounds
no.
like that he
and-
probably may have been
even
shut
if
down
that's the
anyway.
case,
The problem is, and it may
Just
be the
saying.
case, the Saints are going about this the right way,
I
where
don't
Michael Thomas
I
is
think,
not.
I think they're both going.
I think
about
they're
it
all
wrong.
petty. I think they're
I
all being
think the
petty.
Saints could hold this. They could do it better. I think
Yeah.
Michael Thomas could do it better. All right, let's
Who
get.
gives a shit? All
We're
right.
talking about
Next.
him way too much.
CJ
the past few
Henderson,
weeks.
Jaguars first
There you go,
round pick
Henderson's.
last year. One of their first round picks last year.
Ninth overall.
Yeah,
And no,
yeah.
was he that high?
ninth
Holy
overall.
shit! And they got him on the trading block, and they said there's no hard feelings, there's no issues, there's no tension. They just really like their depth, and they're dangling him out there. Do you believe that?
That's just fucking crazy. There's
You
either
don't do that.
this show. There's one of two things. There's something wrong with CJ Henderson, and he's just like a locker room team cancer, or
Chicken eat,
the
right?
Jaguars are just
Being the
mentally-
Jags.
Yeah,
Or
they're
the
just being
Jaguars.
themselves.
Right.
You have a new coach, and I mean, do they really see eye to eye? Maybe they're running a defense that.
Usually it's
He
not
doesn't
the
fit in
defense
well.
that you have
I mean,
like those like issues. Usually it's like my guys are
But what is he?
quarterback,
Is
or
he
running
a-
back,
is he a-
like a
Which is
lineman.
Urban
It's-
Meyer. I mean, he's bringing.
But is he a man? Is he a man corner? Is he a zone corner? What
Yeah,
kind of
maybe he's just not a
defense-
scheme fit.
Maybe
You're
he's
right.
not
Maybe he's
scheme
just not a
fit
scheme
for,
fit.
for that team, and they think
Still crazy.
But
It's
I will,
unheard
I
of.
will.
Yeah.
I will say this:
you're not going to get a
If
first round pick
someone-
for him.
if someone's a number 9 overall pick, you find a way to play him. And I only say that from when the Bears
No,
drafted
you're right.
Greg Olson.
Even if he's not a
and then,
scheme
and
fit.
then Mike Martz came in. Oh, I don't use a tight end.
traded away one
Well,
of the best tight ends
you-
that we've seen in the
You
past
put
20
this motherfucker in the slot, then pal.
Yeah.
it's
Figure it
pretty
out.
s-
Well,
it's
especially
pretty
because-
simple.
How did he play
Especially
last
because
year?
there's 3 different types of corners that exist on every
Yeah.
team, and there's safeties that you can
Yeah.
play around.
If
There's a
if
lot of
guy's
teams that
good,
mix.
You find somewhere to play.
Yeah, you're fine.
You know?
You're right.
Unless-
There's got to
unless
be. There's
corners
some
that
issues.
are-
Something's
unless there's
going on
unless
that we
there's a
don't know
corner
about.
there that's outplaying him, and you know you
Maybe,
can get rid
but
of him.
he's on a rookie contract, so it's not like he's
He's-
expensive.
yeah.
It's not like they're hurting.
You're
Like it
paying
makes
him,
no
what,
sense.
$6-7 million.
There's
a
no
season.
scenario.
How did he play last year?
I have no
From
idea.
what
I
I
didn't
remember,
really-
he was like had some growing pains. I don't know what that developed
Which is
into,
normal.
but it sounded like from like the first few weeks he had like your typical rookie growing pains. What he turned into week 17, I don't follow Jags. I don't give a fuck about Jags.
Urban Meyer's always, done his own thing. He has his own way of football, so maybe he's just like, this guy's not fit for my scheme, and let's get something for
I
him.
Every
can't wait
time
to
I
watch
see Urban Meyer, this is
fucking
coming
crash and
from-
burn. I can't stand that piece of
I'm
shit.
wondering how's
I
his
can't-
heart still working
yeah.
if he had those issues. I mean,
He
he's
runs
still
away when
coaching.
things get tough, so
Yeah,
he's gonna.
he does.
This might be the next
He
one,
does.
Bobby Petrino, where he runs away mid-season.
Or what's his name in the Dolphins?
Yeah, Saban.
Yeah,
Saban.
Saban.
I don't think he lasts. I think he lasts one season. He's out.
See, but I think
I would love that.
the Jaguars have some
I was going to
decent
say
talent
too,
on their
but
team.
one is way more cynical. I love
The
it.
what?
I love it.
The Jaguars have some decent talent on their team. It's like not like they're not the Jets. I mean, they're not like a.
I mean, the Jets have some
The
talent on their
Jets
team too.
finished with a better record
Every
last year.
every
I-
team has
yes.
talent on their team right now,
No,
except
let
for
him
the
argue with
Texans.
you. Colson, let him argue with you.
Yeah,
last
it's a
year,
beautiful
teams were
thing.
trying to
Two
lose.
wins, but
Yeah.
one win.
The Jets just tried a little less to lose. And
No,
then,
No, the Adam Gase did exactly what Adam Gase does.
Adam Gase
All
rolled
right.
as Adam Gase rolled.
All right, let's roll.
Couple quick ones here. Unlimited IR continues from last year. So last year, because of COVID, unlimited players can come off of IR, which was a new rule last year, and IR is only a minimum of 3 games, not 3 weeks. It went from 8 weeks to 3 games. So bye weeks don't count, nothing like that. It's 3 games you have to miss. That's carrying over for this year. That's great news for everybody. That's a great rule.
Like
I hope that stays forever. That's
I agree because it's. I mean, 8 weeks is stupid. If you have a guy that has,
and it was only like 2 or 3 people that were allowed to come off of it.
Yeah, and you have like a situation where a guy needs to sit 4 or 5 games. Like that's. I mean, making him sit 8 games is a little absurd.
All right, quick injuries, and then I have a question for you guys, and then we'll get into our next segment here. So injuries. I'm going to just fire these off real quick. Hunter Henry's undergoing an MRI.
Surprise. As a Chiefs fan, I don't think he ever played against.
In other news today, water sweat. Go on.
At least his kneecap is attached.
He's a good tight end if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, that's
MRI in his shoulder after coming down on it hard. After the Patriots just paid him $1 billion. Justin Jefferson sprained an AC joint. They're calling him week to week. Although that seems like a bigger deal than they're making it out to be, but they're saying
couldn't happen to a better person.
They're saying it's no big deal. Saints kicker Will Lutz is going to be out 8 weeks with a core injury, and then
you get a core injury as a kicker.
Well, stood up too quick.
Your core is your legs too.
Hard.
It's not just your abs. Your butt is your core. Your upper.
You're a Dolphins fan.
So I do a lot of core workouts.
Yeah.
Is that core massage Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, Deshaun's like, massage my core.
Yeah.
On the flip side of it.
Really get in my core. Really just get in my core.
On the flip side
That's
of
like
it.
The inside of the...
Yeah, it's the core.
That's the ass.
Deep inside there.
It's all good. It's all good. Deep tissue massage on the core. Let me give you a
super deep
core massage.
Yeah.
New York Giants Saquon Barkley and Colts Darius Leonard return to practice this week. Which is a big deal on both of them.
News, one of their starting guards is out for a while.
Who's that?
Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson.
Eddie Jackson.
Yeah, he came to practice.
Oh, he did? Yeah.
Real quick question right now because it happens every year. Saquon or Zeke in fantasy? Who are you picking first?
Which one's better?
Who are you picking first?
Zeke.
Oh, Zeke.
Yeah. Really?
Zeke.
Yeah.
Saquon's coming off an injury.
He's the proven back, and he has the offensive line.
I feel,
and he has the offense around him. He's got. He's not the only threat.
You quarterback and 2 wide receivers. And
I mean, I don't think anybody's intimidated by Daniel Jones throwing the ball except for a Pop Warner football team, and even they're not that scared.
They're not.
I expect the Giants' offense to be better this year, and I think Barkley will have a good season. But Barkley has. Even before he got hurt,
Zeke lost like 30 pounds.
Barkley was way more boomer bust than Zeke ever was.
Yes.
Like you can
because
admit
of the
that.
Line.
Yes, but that's a huge deal.
But they don't have the offensive line they used to have.
I don't know if it's that much improved. All right, last thing here in the news that we spent half our show on. This was just kind of a theoretical. So there was 2 things that triggered this for me. There was Sean McVay saying Matthew Stafford will never touch the ball in a preseason game as long as I'm coach here. And then there was the polar opposite. Bruce Arians said Tom Brady and all the starters will play in the preseason. And I want to know where you guys are on that. You have 20 seconds.
I like when they play. I mean, you have to get out
You're
there.
the coach. I'm asking you. You're a coach.
If I'm a coach, they're playing. They're playing a quarter. Just to get out there, I mean, and –
A quarter per game or 1 quarter the whole preseason?
No, normally the last preseason game you're going to play at least a half. You know, just get
typical.
I mean, listen, they've been doing it.
Yeah.
They've been doing it this way for a long time. Obviously, it works. You don't want listen. I don't care who you are. You don't play for months and then you get out there first game of the season. You're going to be rusty.
But we never played preseason games.
Okay, Cole.
I say you got to give him at least a couple quarters. I'm a big fan of. Well, I'm a big fan of like watching the starters to kind of see how they gel and everything. But we saw last year at the beginning of the season how sloppy it was when they didn't have a preseason. Mm-hmm. You got to give them. I'd say with 3 games, 2.5 quarters. Like the first game, maybe played a couple drives, a drive or 2. Second game, play the typical half. You do what used to be the third game, and the third game just sit everybody.
Piggyback off that, Brady. Yeah, I don't think you ever have to worry. But again, I think last year it showed, like you were saying. Matt Stafford, bold move to say I'm not going to have him play because it's a brand new system,
brand new team.
It's a brand new system, brand new team. Bold move.
Well, but he's also had some injuries.
Yeah, I will say this: he's no Tom Brady that can just come in and digest it and be like, "All right, you know what? I'll get it."
That's not what happened with Tom Brady.
I know that's not. Listen, I know that's not what
happened.
happened, which is why I said to piggyback again. I think the reps help.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, if your coach is saying the starting quarterback's not playing, who would you rather? Would you rather have Brady as your starting quarterback or Stafford?
No, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I kind of see both sides of it. Is my 20 seconds on it is like the preseason's fake, right? The plays are fake. the plays are fake. The risk is fake. The pressure, you don't, quarterbacks and offenses aren't reacting the same way to pressure. Yeah. They're just whatever, ground the ball. Who gives a shit? Like, it doesn't matter. And so in some ways, I feel like it's not really game speed.
You're right.
Maybe you're getting your timing. Like, I don't know that you get much more out of a preseason game than you get out of a joint practice. So if I'm a team that has 3 joint practices, like the Dolphins, like the Bucks, like the Patriots, like the Bill, like there's a bunch of teams that have 3, then I might not play my starters in the preseason. But if I don't have any joint practices or if I have 1, I'm going to throw you out there for a little bit.
That was a lot longer.
Even with a quarterback that's brand new to the system?
Yeah.
I think they got to play a little bit.
Yeah. I'm with Colby.
Shot of the week, baby.
Shot of the week, Aaron. That's failed.
Shot of the week. All right. Where's this bad boy? Where's the shot glasses?
For those of you
premature ejaculating over here.
For those of you who are just joining us, shot of the week is every week one of us brings a questionable bit of alcohol, and then they take a proverbial shot at someone or a team, a person, or anything.
Shot, not just proverbial.
Well, it's not a literal shot. You're not fucking shooting this person.
Honestly,
we take it. Yeah.
I 100% thought this week's shot of the week was going to be the Avion gin or whatever it was, aviation gin.
I switched it up
because this kid
said gin, and I was like, "Don't you
because
dare!"
That's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
gin.
For friends that know me,
and
it's gin, not jizz. Just
Aaron,
Ryan Reynolds. If you haven't seen this,
if Aaron saw Ryan Reynolds, he would 100% ask him if he could pleasure him right there.
Oh, I would open mouth kiss Ryan Reynolds.
You open mouth kiss his cock if you could have had a drink.
Ryan Reynolds.
Give my wife the heads up first, but yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds is on his celebrity list. For sure.
He's my hall pass.
He is that's his hall pass.
He's one and only. He only gets one hall pass.
Not his wife. Not his wife. That's his hall pass.
Yeah. Hey, come on, if we all had the opportunity,
if Ryan Reynolds,
he's a trifecta. He's
right
funny,
now.
He's handsome and he's got a good heart.
Right now, if Ryan Reynolds walked up to you in a
he's
Deadpool
Canadian,
outfit,
that doesn't do anything. That doesn't deter you at all.
Everything else supersedes him being a Canuck.
Listen, right now, if Ryan Reynolds walked up in a Deadpool outfit, what would you do to him?
Blow him.
Shake his hand, you fucking creep.
No, he would do.
It's great to meet you. Hi.
Yeah. While he was on,
my hand's a little higher up.
Yeah, while he was on his knees. Yeah, come on.
Wait, but you're just saying if he sees him, he's just gonna run up and just start trying to start a fire with his dick. Like, obviously, he's gonna say hi to him and try and buy him a drink and hang out with him.
I mean, I don't have to buy him a drink.
Halfway to getting to him, he'd be spitting on it to make sure it didn't burn. Like,
all right.
We spent.
Disaster. What a disaster.
He didn't disagree with anything I just said. Hand
Colby, what is it? That looks like a Deep Eddy bottle. What is it? What are we looking at?
It is Deep Eddy lemon flavored vodka.
If I had to guess,
this is probably our lightest.
This is going to be the easiest
shot so far.
It is going to be
Deep Eddy is delicious.
And for those that are hoity-toity, this is gluten-free.
My shot of Big Sexy says my shot of the week is the Bills, Dolphins, and Bears all suck. What about the Chiefs, man?
He's a Cowboys.
We got a fucking Chiefs fan on the panel here too.
If he's a Cowboys fan.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be some good reading.
He is a Cowboys
Stick around
fan.
for the game show, my friend.
Yeah.
Ooh, big sex.
I've
Right.
already asked him to come on the show plenty of times. I know he's a webcam because he loves watching that tranny porn.
He's
Like,
he's
I know
he's a
has-
Cowboys fan. I think
Yeah.
every Cowboys fan has a webcam.
Yeah.
Now,
He-
whether it works or not, is
all the
another
wrong
story.
reasons.
Yeah,
He 100%
exactly.
has a webcam.
My guess is this is going to be absolutely delicious, but
Yeah.
the bourbon afterwards is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, the pepper's really going to come out after this lemon.
I think the bourbon's actually been pretty good.
Yeah, it is good.
After the lemon vodka, though.
All right.
I got
Yeah.
very low.
I mean, you guys have been pulling out freaking $200 bottles of bourbon. I bring a $50 bottle and I figure I'm like, oh, I'm going to be an asshole.
We did. If you saw the reviews that we did the other day, we haven't even posted them yet.
We
Horrible.
reviewed like $800.
We
worth of
we reviewed like some of our nicest bottles, like some of the nicest bourbon bottles that exist. If I win this game, I will break out a good bottle for you guys to try a sip of. One tiny sip of. You can have a full portion.
All right, who's your
All
shot
right.
of the week for?
My shot of the week is Ryan Pace. Injuries were so bad this week. The second team offense could not run because there was not enough offensive linemen. We have 8 tight ends, cut 5. We have so many linebackers, cut half. Find yourself an offensive lineman, sign it. Let's go. That's my shot of the
Sent
week.
my resume in last week.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything back yet, though. I guess the
Ryan
high school offensive
Ryan
line
Pace be Ryan
experience.
Pace.
Pace.
It's not bad.
That was so good.
Yes.
Tastes like lemonade.
It does.
It has
Yeah.
Splash of Club Soda, dude.
Yeah.
That's
So
delicious.
good.
It is. You're welcome,
I
gentlemen.
appreciate that. It wasn't
That is
spicy
delicious.
pickle.
Jealousy
Fireball,
of
or
what? Jealousy.
bourbon.
Jealousy's running thick in Cape Coral tonight.
Is that Clint?
Jealousy of what? The freaking Cowboys?
Oh my God.
I promise you, with the exception of maybe Aaron,
You know what? We will start.
none
off,
of us are jealous
No.
of the Cowboys.
We will start off with the Cowboys question first,
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
roll into this trivia.
and let's see if Clint can knows this
Oh,
answer.
that's an empty glass right there.
All right,
That's
so-
the third one.
We are moving to our next segment,
I'm gonna explain the rules.
the second version, round 2,
Revised 2.0.
2.0
2.0.
fantasy fight. Colby was far and away the champion of the first round.
Hands down.
Aaron-
He had the answers from you
No.
for the show. So
Hey.
which
I
is
know it's
okay.
tough for a Bills fan to
Aaron and-
swallow that piece of information.
Heyo.
but swallow some other stuff.
Aaron and
Stephon Diggs.
Aaron and Anthony were pretty close in their defeat. Aaron was a touch worse, and so Aaron is our host. Aaron is our host this week, and he said he has made some dramatic improvements to the game. Aaron, take it away.
All right. So this week, I decided, you know what? I talked to people, and I feel like the fantasy game was fun for us. A lot of people tuned off at that point, and I don't want that to happen. I want you guys to have fun. So
How do a lot
The
of
only people
four
you talk
turn
to
off?
are us.
I know.
We're the
It's
only
always
person
us,
you talk to.
It's us and the 3 to 4
If
people
one
that
person
watch
counts,
that tune in.
25% of our
Oh,
viewers.
God.
That's a huge difference.
That is a lot. That's a huge
So
percentage.
this week I put a bit of a twist on it, just to up the ante. And one is we'll do 3 rounds. Okay,
What was this? Yeah.
3 rounds. First round, if you do not know your answer to the question, your pass to get your point is to finish what's in your glass.
Are you going to check our
I
glasses
will.
ahead of time?
It has to be a full glass. It cannot be.
Well, a full
not a
full portion.
Yes, a full portion, not a full
gotcha.
glass. Again, I don't want you guys to.
Can't compare this piece of shit to
Yeah.
what we're drinking.
Not
But
yet.
you need to drink too.
I agree.
Okay, which I will. All right. and
So
this-
you have to drink every time we drink.
I'm talking. I need you to.
You're going to lose a point already.
Yeah. In the second round, you can still use
Do we only get to do this once the entire game?
once in the first round,
Hmm.
once in the second.
Okay.
The third round, I'm just taking the top 2 earners, third
Oh,
person.
so someone's getting
Yeah.
booted.
Yes, which I'll get to that.
See you later, Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony. it's a shooting that for you, buddy.
It's nice knowing you.
All right. Second round, you can use your I'll drink this. However, there's a spin on it. You have to decide before the question's asked because the questions will get harder.
So you're saying if you've been just shit on this whole game, you haven't had a fucking clue, you have
Yes.
the option of being like, I'm just going to take a drink and not even try to answer this question.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get that.
All right, and then
Glad I don't have.
All right.
to worry
was there
about
one
that.
other rule?
But it has to be before the question.
Yeah.
Now, the
For
first
round
round,
two.
for round 2. Now,
Oh, that's round two.
Just
Round
round
one,
two.
you can just be
Okay,
like,
okay.
"Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a
I
baby
got
back
you.
bitch.
I
I
got
don't
you.
know.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
got
who
you. All right.
Mr. Trubisky is." So
round 3. I'm taking the top 2. If you did not use your drink
In either round.
in either round, well, you know what? In second round.
No, either round.
Either round.
Either round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it seems a little basic.
Deter people from
Yeah.
doing it.
All right. In the final round, if you did not use your drink, you can give it to your opponent. And they have to drink what's in their glass.
Before or after?
Before the question's asked.
Ooh. So if you think you can make it to the final round without taking a drink,
Now,
you save it
now
to make your
that-
opponent drink your drink.
That being
Ooh,
said,
baby. Yeah.
that means
the loser that does not make it into the third round gets his
Goes
drink
the fuck home.
made by a person of his choosing.
Of his choosing?
Yeah, because the loser's going to have to drink.
I mean, we got one
Yeah.
liquor at the table and
We got some
one,
Deep Eddy and
You get
there's
some
some
deep betting and some
phlegm.
bourbon.
some 180-degree fireball. That's
So,
in the garage.
all I-
I don't know where it is. It's gone.
I don't want to condone anything bad, but please make the most fucked up drink you can think of to whoever loses. Sorry,
What?
Anthony, I love you.
Say what you
Limited
will.
option.
So can I just add one pitch
Of course.
for you
Yes.
as our host? We want to make sure you're drinking.
As I always do.
I'm not trying to screw
As
you
I
over
always
here.
do.
How about for anyone who's
Now, when you say you're not trying to screw me over, like you kind of contradict
No,
with the
because-
whole ice you gave me last week for shot of the week.
fact. But I'm saying like the whole every
Yeah, it
time we
wasn't
drink,
fair.
you drink isn't really fair because that's a 3-1. How about
I need
this?
to read my sentences clearly.
Yeah, how about
You
this?
do.
Anytime somebody gets the question right without drinking, you take a sip.
I will. Yeah,
That's fair.
I'll be sipping regardless. You guys know me. I'm a lush.
All right. And
I always hold myself accountable.
let's kick this
Drink.
bitch off. How do we start?
All right.
Let's start asking.
Accountability.
Do you have a pen to keep track of score?
I mean, are there going to be a lot of answers to each one, or is it going to be one answer to?
It's a great, it's a great
You
question.
you keep this answer in your head, and,
Okay.
and you tell me. All right.
Okay.
As far as I guess we'll do whoever's closest doesn't have to drink, but you
How do
know,
the points work here?
points work. How points work?
I have no idea.
He was so
You know what?
No
deep.
idea.
I spent too much time in the verbal attacks against you guys. In the personalized questions, I didn't figure the
I
point.
fucking believe it. I absolutely.
We got like 12 minutes to play.
Is this to see who goes first?
We're just gonna dive right into this.
All right, go.
We're going.
Are we like buzzing? How does this work?
You tell me. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read the question. You put the. We're not gonna do a lot. It's not gonna take a lot of time.
Okay. All right.
We're
Go
gonna
ahead.
go.
Let's
Put
just,
We
the
had all
answer in
week
your
to
head.
think about
I
this.
will tell you who's
Let's
right.
start up.
Whoever's closest is in the clear.
All
And
right.
I will let you know. All right.
okay.
Ready.
Okay. All right.
Ready.
Is this the start of the game?
There you go.
Yes. Start of the game.
All right.
What year did fantasy football debut? 1962, 1978, or 1989? 1962, 1978, or 1989? Colby? You don't have to answer, just get it in your head.
Oh, it's ingrained in my
Go.
head.
Are you good?
I've got it in
You
my
good?
head. Yeah.
All right. Colby.
1978.
89.
78.
Everyone drink. 1962.
Jeez. I knew it started in newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I knew,
Okay.
and I was trying to think of like when it mattered enough for them to include it in the newspaper. That's pretty crazy that it started that
I
early.
know. Ready? Before fantasy football came out, what fantasy sport was popular? Baseball, golf, or basketball? Baseball, golf, or basketball? Okay, your answers in your head?
Yeah.
We're going to go the other way. Vinny.
Baseball.
Baseball.
Basketball.
Golf.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
All
I knew
we're-
baseball was too
All right,
obvious.
so that's that. We'll take. All right, we're ready to go, guys. We ready to go?
Yeah,
All
Here
right,
we go.
ready.
Things aren't going well so far.
This year, Madden 22 comes out. How many Maddens have come out thus far?
This is a multiple choice,
No. Right?
but it's furthest.
Whoever gets close. I have the actual number.
So whoever gets closest.
Whoever gets closest
All right, all right.
wins.
And it's going to start with Anthony, obviously, right?
It's going to start with Anthony.
All right.
Let's go, A-Train.
Think about this for a second.
Let's go 32.
That's a solid number. Colby?
You can't have said it because now they're going to go around that.
Maybe it was a stretch. I didn't see it.
Is this this isn't a close back going over. This is just closest.
I'm going to say 19.
I was going to say 23.
Anthony got closest, 39.
Wow.
There was a couple of years.
So I get points for that, right?
A year. You got a point.
Oh, you're talking Xbox 360 and like the original Xbox.
Dude, I'm talking.
First of all, he's talking like a
I'm
Atari.
talking
Think about 39 years ago.
I'm talking about on
Yeah.
PC on your Apple. Dude.
Guys talking about Xbox 360. There's 39 Madden. Do you think Xbox 360
No,
came
I
out
was like
39 years ago?
how they do like when the 360 came out, they had like
High
a previous
points
gen
like
and a
that.
last gen, so there's
You got
technically
a
like
point.
two different.
You're in the
releases,
lead
like
thus
two
far,
different
'cause
games.
you're the only
No, is that what you're talking about?
Huh.
I don't think that's what he's talking about.
Is that what you're talking about?
What?
He's saying you're talking about like Madden 18 was released technically 4 different times.
No.
Because there's like technically like when the 360
I'm thinking it came
released,
out
there's
around the
technically
90s.
two releases because there was an
I
actual
hope it
next
was
gen.
right.
No, I think he's.
No,
That
let's-
sounds
let's-
right.
let's-
Yeah.
let's-
So I won that one.
Ready?
There hasn't been
What?
computer
So he has
games.
what, 1 point?
Yeah, 1 point. What year did the first Madden come out?
This is going to prove Colby's theory right here because you're right. 39 years ago, there was no computers. But go ahead.
I'm going 93.
93.
I'm going to go 91.
90.
1988.
I'm closest.
Anthony is winning.
We should be writing these down because he wouldn't have said 88.
we should
I said it
have-
before.
No, because 80,
really
I'm trying to
should be
think.
right.
I
1988.
did it. If you go by my math, I went as 90 as the first year.
It doesn't make any sense because 88, then you go to 2018, that's 20, 19, 20, 21, 22. It's like fucking 24 releases.
No,
How's it-
no, it's
That-
not.
Listen, no.
No, it's not.
No, I'm thinking. I'm
Let's
going
go
my
back.
math's
All right,
right.
yeah, you're
There is a couple extra in there.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
right.
there's-
There is a
there's-
couple
yeah,
extra in
it's
there.
like
But
33
not a
years.
ton
Yeah,
of
there's like
extra.
33
Yeah.
years.
2
Are we-
points
are
for
we-
me.
I think Anthony was closer
All right.
than the 39 was.
Round one's over, guys. Round one's over. We're going to say round one's over. Ready? Here's round 2.
I like the fantasy.
Big Sexy, for the record, I don't know. I'm assuming he's Googling these. He's gotten
100%.
every question right so
He's
far.
Googling everything. He Googles everything.
It's been a while since the Cowboys went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, shit. Shots
When
fired.
was the last time they went and won, and who did they play?
Oh, I mean, Jesus Christ. Are all the questions like this?
No.
Yeah.
You want me to throw some
They get
soft-
harder. They
You know
get
what? I'm
harder.
going to throw some softball.
Yeah,
No, I'm not talking
that's a good one.
about.
That's a
I'm
good
not
one.
talking about the hard one. I'm talking about
No,
this.
that's-
Like you throw it out there and we all need to answer, but we're like,
No, there's been some multiple
No, let's
choice
go.
that I've.
I'm just worried that like in these scenarios, like I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't know.
We have to go.
I'm
But,
gonna
like-
be totally honest. I didn't know a lot of the questions you asked last time.
My-
But I had
I know, but
get
my-
the worst one.
I know, but we rotated. My point is, based on their answers, I'm gonna create my answer.
Then
Why
I
are you-
suggest
This
don't
is his
listen to
game.
them
All
and
right.
listen to your
So
heart.
let's go. Cowboys, go.
All right.
All right.
It's me actually,
There you
right?
go.
So I'm gonna say 92 against the 49ers.
That'd be an
My
NFC
turn?
That's
championship
NFC.
game.
I'm gonna. You know
Oh,
what?
you're right.
I'm gonna give you.
You're right.
No,
No, that was my answer.
Okay, that's also.
I'm going to go 92 against the Bills.
I mean, I'm going 92 against the Bills because you partially answered the question. on
They're
Vinny.
both wrong. I'm gonna give you. I'm trying to.
No, you
Oh,
can't. You
oh,
can't.
94 against
No. He said 92 against the Bills.
96 against the Steelers.
Oh, they did beat the Steelers. No, they lost to the Steelers.
No, they beat the Steelers.
Did they?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I didn't even know the Steelers
All right.
went to the Super Bowl in the 90s. I had no idea. So.
All
They
right.
beat the Bills in 92. so
I know they
that's all
went to
know.
the Super Bowl a lot in the 90s. I just didn't realize it was.
I thought you were going to say it. I
I'm
was
gonna set the tone for you guys, so please pay attention.
All right.
The year 2006.
Mm-hmm.
This player
good
is
year.
just one of 3 that averaged more than 30 fantasy points per game throughout an entire NFL season.
in what year?
He also
2006.
is the only player to accomplish this feat while playing all 16 games. Who is this player?
Say it one more time.
all 16 games.
Exactly. The year 2006. All
Who
right.
goes first?
You.
2006. This player is just one of 3 that averaged more than 30 fantasy points per game throughout an entire NFL season.
That's outrageous.
He is also the only player to accomplish this feat while playing all 16 games.
That's outrageous. 30 fantasy points?
Per game.
That's
In
crazy.
the year 2006.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
I mean, it's a great guess.
I need something from you, buddy.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm going to say Steven Jackson.
Okay.
I really like LaDainian Tomlinson, but just because I can't ask this or answer the same thing, I know this is too early for him, but I guess I'm going to say Larry Johnson.
LT, brother.
Yeah.
Anthony's on fire tonight.
Was LaDainian Tomlinson traded in the 2006 season? Because that's the only way you're playing 16.
It's on the.
No,
it's
never mind. 16 games. I'm thinking
What?
17
Oh my
games.
God.
I was trying.
Yeah.
My head went to because the way he fucking asked, my head was like, "Oh, the guy got traded."
No, I asked it relatively clearly.
Yeah, it's
Thank
perfect.
you.
That was my-
It's perfectly fair. I liked LT. I should have just piggybacked off
You
of it.
should have.
But that's my whole issue.
The
with
guy
this.
was a fucking.
It's all good.
All right.
Next time we got to write him down. Next time we got to write him
easy
down.
lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
Ready? In 2019,
This is Colby's.
this player worked wonders for his team, producing more than 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards. Who is this player?
It's Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey. Everyone got a point, guys. Good job.
All right,
Oh,
so
I guess I
it's
like this.
3 to 1 to 1.
Yeah,
3. I have 4
yeah,
points.
it's 4-1.
How do you have 4?
You got LT.
The first 2, and I got LT.
What was the
That's
first
3
2?
then.
You only have 2.
Yeah, you have 3. He has 3.
Name the questions.
Yeah,
Is
go
it
ahead.
3?
I was the
He
closest.
only has 3.
I was
Go.
the
Oh,
closest.
you are the close.
Of what? Of
The
what?
first 2.
Madden of
The 2 Madden questions.
the Madden, yeah, and
The
then
2 Madden.
1 Madden question,
No, there was
LT
Yeah.
Gray, and then 2 Madden questions, and then LT Gray. So that is
What was the,
4.
well.
that's
You got
3.
the McCaffrey.
No,
You
there
got the
was
McCaffrey.
2 Madden questions.
he didn't wait, what?
There were 2 Madden questions.
And he
There
got
was-
both of them?
Yes.
So he got the 2 Madden questions,
Technically,
Christian
he's got 4.
McCaffrey, and then
And
what?
LaDainian Tomlinson. So yes.
Oh.
And the McCaffrey. So he has 4.
Yeah, he said 4. I said 3.
The shitty part about how this is, like, if somebody like just say you guys didn't know Chris. I mean, everybody knows Chris McCaffrey was in 19.
I mean,
But if he asked a question and I like rattle it off, like I would feel
That's-
pretty confident
I
if
get it.
either of you said an
It's
answer
all
that
right. Go
quick.
ahead.
I
But
get
you
it.
know,
Next
we
time,
were all
next time we'll write it
thinking,
down.
No,
We're gonna
Next
write
time
down
we'll
the
write it
no,
down.
we all knew that.
McCaffrey, that's easy.
It's all good. Next
All
time we'll write it down.
We're getting down the nitty gritty, guys. All right, I
I mean,
need
that should have
What
been a
round
one
are we in?
question.
3rd round, right?
We could have been doing the drink things. We could have. There's,
could have been.
Nobody's doing
but
it.
I didn't know what round we were in. I thought this was still the
He
first
said
round.
third.
No, I've already said we entered the second round like 2 questions
Yeah,
ago.
now we're in the 3rd
You
round,
did.
right?
So we in the 3rd round now?
We could go one more second round.
Well, we have to
question.
because Colby and I are tied.
We'll go. Yeah, we're gonna go one more second round
What's
question.
going on?
Are you ready?
If there's one more, why isn't just like me and Vinny answer this? Because he's obviously already got 4 points.
Well, because in the next round, I could only
That's true.
wager
That's
so
No,
much.
you're right. That's true.
I mean, I guess we could just.
I don't think there's a final Jeopardy.
We could do a
I
role
don't
reversal.
fucking know.
Is there a
You guys-
final? Is there a final
you guys-
Jeopardy?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, so yeah.
Well, then
They're
he has to do it.
personalized questions. They're not.
So then there's going to be an overall winner, and then there has to be a Colby Vinny winner too.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. Yes.
So right now it's between
we
you.
are going to need to find out who second place is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready, gentlemen? There are 2 NFL teams that are tied for the most Super Bowl appearances.
Appearances.
That's a negative point for you. But 2 with the most Super Bowl appearances without actual wins. What are these 2 teams? I'm going to read again because I messed that up. There are 2 NFL teams that are tied for the most Super Bowl
How could
appearances.
somebody possibly get closer on this?
You can get one of the answers.
I guess.
I
Yeah,
just
one of
need-
them's easy.
Yeah,
All right.
one
Whose
of-
question is it?
I believe it's Colby's.
No, it's mine. He just answered.
Yeah.
That is true.
I want to like whisper it to you.
Then
He's
come
gonna
whisper.
he's gonna
Text
gonna
you want me
bite
to come
off.
to
You
you?
know both of them?
No. Let me think.
I mean, the first one's obvious. We
2
all know what the first
2
one is.
teams.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you can give me the number of times they've appeared,
Oh, okay. Don't be ridiculous.
Stop it.
you're tied up with Anthony. And that goes for you too.
No, fuck off. Don't
No,
do
we're
that
gonna do this
bullshit.
because we need to up the ante. We need
No,
to make this
you're
fun.
fucking-
Anthony,
It's-
don't be
We all know the one of the
don't be
answers.
sour grapes.
We all know what
Oh,
it means.
man.
There are.
I'm going to say the Bills and the Browns.
The Bills with 4.
Well, he said they're tied, so.
And Cardinals.
They've only been once.
Cardinals won a Super Bowl. Okay.
They lost in
They
2000.
lost to Pittsburgh.
Oh.
I'm going to say the Bills and the Falcons. Because I know the only reason I'm saying is I know the Falcons have been at least twice and have lost twice. But
Anthony gave me the number, which was correct. He gave me one of the teams, which is correct. No one gave me the other correct team.
So I got the
Well,
point.
it's
So it was Cardinals
4.
and who?
It's the Bills.
That was the Bills.
Bills.
We all said Bills.
There's a connection here, guys. There's a connection. It's the Bills and the Vikings.
I almost said the
Connection
Vikings.
being Stephon Diggs. We all drink.
Oh.
We all drink.
I almost said the Vikings.
So Colby and I tied again. Then
Yep.
Anthony won.
So that gives me 5 points.
no, we're not even in the third round yet.
Yeah.
No.
No,
The next question is between you two, the loser.
Yeah, the next-
Wait, whoa. You didn't get an extra point than us. We all got
You
one
just
right.
we all got it wrong.
We all did the same in that.
I said you mentioned the 4.
Oh,
We all knew it.
but we didn't even try to mention it.
But that
He
was
said it
these
before the
guys.
question.
You know what? Sorry.
It doesn't
Sorry.
matter.
This doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have- I
That's
have-
all. Just know.
We're fighting for second place, but I
Yes,
want to
it's
fight
between-
for first place, and he got a point, and we didn't, and we all answered the same thing.
Then we'll wait. Then wait.
All right.
Then patiently wait till
Yes.
the final round so you can get first place.
So I'm in-
right now, you need
I'm-
to get in the final round.
All right. Go ahead.
I have 5
All right.
points. You guys have 1. Go.
Who are the only 3 coaches with 200+ wins who are not currently in the Pro Football Hall of Fame? There are 3 coaches with over 200 wins that are not currently in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I can come up with 2 real quick. The third one's the one that
The third one's going to be difficult for everybody. I feel like the first
I know
two
the
are
first
easy
two.
I
peasy.
think I can do.
It's okay. Whose turn is it? Colby's. Go.
I'm going to say because 2 of them I know are active, so they can't be in the Hall of Fame, which
No.
is Bill Belichick and Andy Reid. And then the third one, I'm going to throw Marty Schottenheimer out there.
Vinny, your answers.
I'm gonna go Reed and Belichick, obviously.
And you can. I'm not encouraging you, but if you want to say,
You guys also have the drink available.
Oh, you already asked a question. You can't drink now. You already asked a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it's sure. It's Belichick, Reed, and then I'm gonna say the third is what's his name? The Seahawks coach.
Carol.
Pete Carroll. That's gonna be my 3.
Colby got all 3 right.
Well
I
done.
just know Marty Schottenheimer's he's a chief.
Well done.
He
Well done.
So
coached the
he's doing
Chiefs
it next week, and he has to drink. We have to make a drink for him.
I get to
Oh.
pick who makes the drink.
Because Marty Schottenheimer won 12
All
games
right.
a season and crashed and burned in the playoffs every
For the
fucking
record-
year for 20 years.
So it's
I don't
5.
agree with the scoring system. It was a fun idea.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the execution
So
of
it's
it, but it's
5 to
okay.
Most people that lose wouldn't, and that's
You could say that, but it's fine.
That was, I didn't agree with your scoring system when I lost. So.
Well,
No,
but I didn't make you say answers out loud for the next person, but it's all right. All right. Well, Colby, you can make my drink because you're the only person in this table I trust.
Here's some neat bourbon drink because I can't grab anything else anyway.
I mean, there is some lemonade.
I'm not going to ruin good
This is
bourbon.
why I trust Colby and not you two assholes.
No.
What a bunch of basic bitches.
All right. Go ahead. Final round. Round 3. I'll be the hype man for this one.
Final round.
5 to what? 5 to
Final
Should be 5-3, but for
It's
some
the
reason,
final
the Bills
countdown.
Super Bowl question.
That was
didn't count.
no. It's 5-3. I don't care what Aaron says. I'm overtaking the scoring. It's 5-3.
He only has 2 points.
No,
You
he's got
answered the
3.
same question.
You
They
answered the
gave
same
a point,
question.
didn't you?
Vinny can take over points. That's fine.
It's
Of
5-3.
course.
Got to find something wrong with what I do.
No, I'm just so the
No, I
the
said-
extra
you
point
guys
he's
right.
He made
taking.
the-
The extra
he
point
made
he's
the
taking is
comment.
you said 4 and he didn't, but he knew
Well,
the
then it's
answer.
4-2.
But he knew the answer was 4 as well. He
Well,
just
then
didn't
it's
say it.
4-2, not 5-3. Because he gave each of us that. It would be
I don't know,
4-2.
let's say 4
Listen.
because
Because he didn't say that 4.
Oh,
So it's 4-2.
so it's still a 2-point difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
let's say
5-3. Go ahead.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll say.
These are all individually made. I love you all. I want to specify that before we go any further.
Oh, Jesus. This has nothing to do with football.
This has zero to do with football.
Oh, my God.
In the early 2000s, I was on a rise to fame, guys.
So we have to wager points here?
Self-proclaimed as the next Africa Bambaataa, I had many inspirational lyrics, such as, "You best remove them spectacles before you catch these tentacles."
I thought you were going to say testicle.
Who am I? Who am I? And give me my 2 aliases.
What?
You cannot look at your phone.
No clue what he
You
just said.
cannot
Say
look at
what
your
you
phone.
just said again.
You cannot
I
look
have
at your
no
phone.
clue.
I know the
Cannot
answer
look
to
at
That's
that.
the funniest thing you've
Because
said
we
so
just
far
had
You
a
tonight.
cannot look
conversation.
at your phones. Okay. In the early 2000s, I was on a rise to fame. Self-proclaimed as the next Africa Bambaataa. Okay. I have many
That's where
inspirational
you're
lyrics.
losing everybody.
I know. I went obscure on that. That's why. Okay. Many inspirational lyrics, such as, "You best remove your spectacles before you catch them tentacles." Who am I? I need 2 aliases.
Oh, you need 2 aliases.
2 aliases. You give me the person's
So
name.
the last question was mine first, so it would be yours.
I'm
You don't know.
I'm
It's any of us here.
I'm gonna go with his aliases.
Yeah. Well, give me the person's name and then their alias.
So it's Vinny.
Yeah.
So it's the fucking Squid Kid. And
That's pretty close.
It's pretty close.
the friggin'
I only know one. I
The-
may know one alien.
If you can give me if you give me a main one, you win because he didn't give me a full solid one. You're done now. Colby?
I mean, obviously, Vinny, we just had this conversation like a week ago.
We did, which is why I
Yeah, I think it's just a squid. Was it there more to this?
Vinny the Squid.
No, Vinny the Squid.
you can't say that because I said the
So,
Squid
yeah,
Kid.
no, we got it wrong.
And then Aaron made up another one last week.
Calamari Kid.
The Calamari Kid.
Calamari Kid.
I would have gotten both.
It took me
right, for the record.
2 decades, but
So-
Well, it was you.
all right.
So then we both got
We
wrong.
got 2 more.
Yeah,
We
but
got
it wasn't
two more.
real.
No, so I'm the winner right there. Done. Game over.
Game's not over. He has more
I got
questions.
2 more questions. I got 2 more questions.
Chill, bro.
He's getting fired up.
He is.
Still
He's
5-3.
like, I'm going to eat this fucking
So five.
glass cord.
Known for my clever wit and the nickname Encyclopedia Brown. Instead of choosing to throw the pigskin around and enjoying camaraderie of my peers, I chose to read encyclopedias over human interaction. Who am I?
Colby, you start?
Was that like an actual conversation we had?
Not that we had.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. You win. You can't use his name, so he wins that one. All right, ready? Next one.
So dumb. Keep going.
This is so stupid.
It's all right, keep
Can I have
going.
some of that fucking drink next to him?
Next
Known
week, you
for-
have to come up with a real trivia game.
Known
Yeah,
for
it's
my
over.
conviction and being level-headed. Yet I often argue with myself.
Anthony,
Put
it's
someone-
me. It's me.
Don't be fooled by my big heart, because I once put one of my friend's brother-in-law's head through industrial strength 3-inch glass.
Plexiglass.
Who am I?
It's me.
Fucking
Oh,
stupid.
my
And
God.
So-
that is that.
I thought there was a Final Jeopardy question.
Those were the only 2.
Yeah, no,
I thought someone would have got Vinny the Squid.
So I'm the winner,
Jesus
and there you go.
Christ.
Vinny loses.
I think, listen, I appreciate the effort you put into this, but I think I speak for all of us when I say that was a terrible, terrible game.
Anthony, was that a terrible game?
He's like,
I mean,
Even
I
as the
won,
winner, was it a terrible game?
I thought we were going with like
I was.
football questions.
We did.
Ridiculous ones, but yeah.
in
Good
2003,
job.
I was
Priest Holmes
trying-
ran the ball once against the
Clint
Broncos
asked
for
if you
how
could
many
read his
yards?
question.
Which NFC East team has more Super Bowl wins than the Bills, Bears, and Dolphins combined?
Packers.
It's obviously the Cowboys.
It's the Cowboys.
NFC East.
Oh. I will drink. Chin chin. Yeah.
Drinking shit. All right. I'm sorry for that game, guys. We'll reel Aaron in next time. Who's making our next game?
I think Aaron needs to make the game.
The loser.
No, I'm not making
You
the
lost.
next game. That was
Colby.
a stupid
So
game.
Colby, since
That was
I
so
won.
stupid that Vinny didn't win. Come on, guys.
Okay.
That was a stupid game.
I'll make. You know what? I'll make the
uh,
next one, and I will make sure you lose. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
I
Or do you want to be reasonable about it?
Dude, you gave me a Smirnoff Ice as shot.
All
of
right,
this is
all right.
payback for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ice.
that's exactly what it is. That was
It's
the best.
fucking good.
All right, thank you all. Sorry that was terrible. Listen, really exciting though.
Really?
Next week, our show's on Friday, and we are bringing in UFC legend and Cape Coral local Nico Price. We're going to do some football stuff like we always do. We're also going to do some bourbon and brawls. We're
What's
gonna do
that? What's that called?
Oh, bourbon and
Bourbon and
brawls.
Brawls.
Oh, that's like a play on words.
Oh, goodness.
What?
Nico Price is going to join us. We're going to talk some UFC. We're going to talk some football. It's going to be a blast. It's Friday. Love you guys. See you next week.
Be safe, guys.